Good morning, dudes. Got into the shop a little early today to show off my belt buckle. No, I did get to the shop early, but it was so I can do a cut test on this knife right here. It's a slip joint. It's from Rosecraft blades, and it's called the Kayak. And it's a funky one, man. It's absolutely a kind of a funky one. Austin from Traditional Pocket Knives sent it to me to check out, and I decided I wanted to do a cut test on it because I feel like this design, this pattern, is purpose driven. I feel like once I do a cut test with it, I will understand why it is the way it is. So we're gonna test it out. We got D2 blade steel, factory edge, feels nice, very sharp. Rosecraft blades is just really been surprising me with the quality of their traditional style slip joints. This is my third one now, and I haven't really been able to find anything I don't like about them yet. Let's start with the cardboard. Really easily blasting through this cardboard, and the way that the blade is angled down from the handle, it's almost creating like a Vosteed nightshade effect, where you're trapping the cardboard in that, little pocket close to your hand where it doesn't slip out of, and it's just perfect for this kind of slicing. Let's try some utility cuts, because this is another thing I know this knife is going to be good at, because of the same thing. Got that blade pointed downward, and it's a sheep's foot with a little belly, which I think is going to be real nice. Look how low I can get my hand while still having access to the tip, and I am just destroying this cardboard with very little effort, not having to push down hardly at all. Almost just the weight of my arm and hand is enough. Doing some turns, very nice and clean. So far, excellent. I suspected this was the case, is that with the way that blade is angled down was going to really lend itself to utility cuts and slicing. So I was right. I'm always right. No, not always. Let's roll up this leather glove and see how we do. Now, we don't have a whole lot of edge to work with here, which is why I was having to go back kind of twice to get through it all. But holy shit, did you look at that one? The one I just did just now. Man, I got all the way through in one slice. This is really thick. This is a thick roll. This is the part of the glove where we're cutting through all the fingers too. So, damn, yeah. That was kind of impressive. For as little, or for as short as the blade is, yeah, that did really well. Let's try some thick rubber tubing. This is where that little bit of belly should come in handy. And it is. Really easy. Cecil rope. Let's try it out. More pressure needed to push, more pressure down needed to get through this stuff. And I'm starting to feel some hot spots with this Cecil rope. I wouldn't want to cut a bunch of this stuff, but a few cuts is totally fine. But this is a slip joint, it's not meant for extended use. Let's see what our edge is doing. Let's see where we're at. Look at that. Not too shabby at all. Remember, this is D2. Definitely seen a lot more shitty D2 than this. That is for sure. I haven't really heard anything about Rosecraft blades heat treat process. If it's, if they're running their steels hard or a little soft, I really haven't heard anything positive or negative. So, I mean, judging from what I've seen, it seems like it's good. It seems to be good D2 is what I'm trying to say. Now let's try the strap. It's not going to go all the way through, obviously. The blade isn't even a full 2 inches. This is a 2-inch strap. But we're going to do it anyways, just to see, see how our edge holds up afterward. This stuff is pretty hard on edges. So we went from both sides, left a little spot in the middle, and there we go. A couple more utility cuts just because it's really fun. It feels good, man. It really does kind of feel like the Nightshade. Pointer finger out there right over the tip, just putting pressure down. It's great, really great. Let's give her a little strop and see how it responds to it. I know it's gonna do well. It's D2. Well, and that's another reason I like D2 is it just straps back real easy. And if you have some good D2 that's been heat treated correctly, it's nice and as hard as it should be, that edge is going to last you a while, man. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised how good D2 is when done correctly. All right, back to the paper. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nice long cuts. Very nice. Really perfect. Yep, I like it. I like this one. I wasn't sure about it at first, just because it looked a little funky, definitely not your typical pattern. The fit and finish is real nice, perfectly centered, as you just saw. Man, whoever's making these, I'm not sure who it is, what OEM is, but man, they're doing a good job. A couple size comparisons really quick. We'll break out the knives I'm carrying today. The Jack Wolf low drag jack. It's a bit smaller than that one. And the Civivi Cubit. There you go. Yeah, so this grew on me a lot after doing this testing. Just wanted to see exactly what we're dealing with here for blade length. 2.5 inches is what we're looking at. So definitely short. But you can see as from the testing that you can still get a lot of work done with 2.5 inches, especially when it's nice and thin. Overall, it looks like about 6 inches. Yeah, man. This gets my stamp of approval. I think I'll probably do a cut test video this weekend where we cut with all 3 of my Rosecraft blades, slip joints, and kind of compare them. They're all in D2, so I know they're all going to be, good D2, but just so you can see how the different blade shapes are at cutting. I have the Beaver Creek Barlow, Moosahatchee Jack, and now this one, the Kayak. So, big fan. If you want to pick one of these up, check him out at traditionalpocketknives.com. He's got a good selection over there. And sometimes he even has factory second sales on these guys. In fact, the other 2 that I own, I bought on his factory second sale on them. So keep an eye open for those because he does do them occasionally. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Please like the video before you go ahead and bounce. I would appreciate that. And adios.